Hello friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about the price control on hygiene products. So recently Niti Aayog has planned to create a new list of hygiene products and this will be put under price control. So in this context we will see what are the proposals made by Niti Aayog and we will also see what is the existing mechanism, what is the significance of this proposal and what are the solutions. So let us start with the current affair. So first of all, Niti Aayog is planning to create a new list of hygiene products and this new list of hygiene products is planned to be brought under a price control. So here we need to understand certain basic terms for your preliminary examination, that is for your UPSC preliminary examination and also for other competitive examination. First one is Niti Aayog. We must understand what is Niti Aayog and what is the significance of Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog, as we know, it is a policy think tank of Government of India. So Niti Aayog, Planning Commission was replaced by Niti Aayog. Planning Commission was responsible for coming out with 5-year plans in the Indian economy. So Niti Aayog is basically think tank or a policy think tank, and the responsibility of Niti Aayog is to provide recommendations or policy recommendations to the government based on various studies. So the objective of Niti Aayog is to help government formulate policies that will help in achieving sustainable development goals and also to enhance cooperative federalism. So these are the two objectives of Niti Aayog. And in achieving these two targets, the Niti Aayog ensures the participation of state governments, because we are a federal country, so we have adopted a federal structure, and thereby the involvement of state government is very important in policy formulation and implementation. So in order to involve the state government and also other local governments, the Niti Aayog has adopted a strategy that is a bottom to top strategy. That means it ensures participation of government or various governments in the bottom level also. So this is briefly about Niti Aayog. And second one we need to understand is price control. So Niti Aayog is planning to create a new list, and this new list will contain hygiene products. Now they are planning to bring these hygiene products also under the price control of the government. So we need to understand what is the existing mechanism of price control in India. How does government control the prices of various commodities, especially medical commodities in India? So for that we need to understand two very important terms. The first one is NLEM, that is National List of Essential Medicines. So this is a list which is prepared at the national level, which consists of essential medicines in the country. So let us see what is National List of Essential Medicines. So the medicines and those medical devices which are put under or which are listed in the NLEM or the National List of Essential Medicines, they must be sold at a price that is fixed by the government. So if a particular medicine or a medical device, if they are put under the NLEM or National List of Essential Medicines, then the price fixation is done by the government instead of the market. Here the government will regulate the prices and will not allow the market to determine the prices of such medical commodities and medical devices. Now on the other hand, those in the non-scheduled list, they are allowed a maximum annual hike of 10%. Now when we talk about NLEM, the list of NLEM or National List of Essential Medicines are reviewed every 3 years. So this revision is done every 3 years in order to include or exclude various medicines or medical devices from the list. So in every 3 years, the list is modified or revised. Now, why does the government fix the price for essential medicines? As the name itself suggests, these are some of the essential medicines or medical devices in the market. So the government needs to ensure access and also affordability. So these are the two important factors that the government considers while making the NLEM. So government should ensure that for the essential medicines or for essential medical commodities, access is ensured and also affordability, that is the price remains regulated so that even the lower class or the vulnerable groups have access and they are able to afford these medicines. That is the reason those medicines that is kept under the essential medicines list, government is the price fixer. It does not leave it to the market to fix the prices. And in case of the non-scheduled medicines that we have discussed, the non-scheduled list, government has allowed an annual price hike of 10%. Now, a second important fact that we must understand with related to this topic is National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority or NPPA. NPPA is also a much important topic for your examination, especially for your UPSC examination. So let us see what is NPPA or National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. So the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority was constituted through a Government of India resolution in the year 1997, and it is an attached office to the Department of Pharmaceuticals under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Now, what is the significance of NPPA? The NPPA acts as an independent regulator. Regulator means authority who regulates. What does it regulate? It regulates the prices of the drugs in the market. So it is an independent regulator that regulates the prices of drugs in the market. Thereby it ensures availability. That is the two factors that we discussed, access and affordability. So this ensures availability and accessibility of the medicines at affordable prices. So it makes sure that through its regulation, everyone have equal access and availability of essential medicines or medicines in the market. Now, in this regard, it implements and enforces the provisions of Drugs Price Control Order in accordance to the powers that is delegated to the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. So these are two important facts that is very, very important for your examination, especially for your preliminary examination, which is more factual based. So these two facts are very, very important. So this is the current affair, and now let us go to the proposal of Niti Aayog. We have already seen what is meant by NLEM or National List of Essential Medicines. Now at present, the National List of Essential Medicines consists of 384 categories of medicines, and the government is preparing a separate list for hygiene product. So a separate list is being prepared by the government for hygiene products, and this new list consists of two groups. So it consists of two groups of medical commodities. The first one, the primary category, is expected to have a price control, and the secondary category, the second one, it will operate with trade margin limits. So what is the difference between both of this? First one, the government will undertake a price control. That means the government will fix the prices. Now for the second one, trade margin means there will be a profit cap set up by the government, the maximum profit that the manufacturer of the drugs can make on manufacturing a particular medicine or by selling a particular category of medicine. So these are the two groups that are proposed, and this new list will contain commonly used hygiene products, for example soaps, adult diapers, sanitary napkins, hospital gloves, hand gloves, floor disinfectant, operation theatre gumboots, etc. So these are all some of the hygiene products that are commonly used in medical field, and the new list will be containing these hygiene products that are commonly used. Now this is the proposal in order to create a new list. Now what is the concern here? The concern here is that the government is actually trying to provide low cost solution. So we have seen what is the intention of the government. The government is actually trying to bring down the prices in order to increase the affordability, accessibility of the medicines and medical devices, the hygiene products, to the common man. So the government's target is to provide affordability and accessibility, and this can be done only by reducing the price. This is because of the law of demand. The law of demand states that when the price decreases, the demand will increase. This is because of increased affordability and increased purchasing power. So here the intention of the government is to provide low cost solution, and we must understand that already there is an increased competition or an existing competition in the prices of these products or the products. So first of all, if we consider the competition factor, whenever the competition increases, it means that the supply in the market increases. So when supply in the market is very high, this means that the prices will fall. This is because of the law of equilibrium. Now, what is meant by law of equilibrium? Are all some of the basic economic facts that is important for your examination. So, equilibrium is a point where the aggregate demand in the market meets the aggregate supply. So, aggregate demand equals to aggregate supply in case of equilibrium, and the market always will try to maintain equilibrium. So whenever the aggregate supply in the market increases, the price will fall. Thereby what will happen? Demand will increase, and this increased demand will meet the increased supply. So this is what will happen. So because of the competition factor, the supply would be very high. Therefore, there is every tendency that the price will fall. So, without even a government regulation, there is a scope for a price fall and a minimum price level in the market. Now, on the top of it, that is, when there is an increased competition in the market and when there is increased supply in the market, and this increased supply has stabilized the prices. So on the top of it, if the government is bringing in more regulations, what will be the result? So suppose there is an existing low rate of price in the market. So on the top of it, government is trying to again bring down the prices. So the manufacturers or the producers will make a compromise on the quality of the products. And as I said in the beginning, the government is trying to make a separate list for hygiene products. So for hygiene products, quality is a very important factor. So quality, maximum quality should be maintained. So if government is bringing in additional regulation with regard to price control, the quality of these products can decline. Now let us take an example in order to understand this better. Let us take the example of a sanitary napkin. This is a hygiene product. Now in the market, sanitary napkins are already available at 3 rupees per piece. And many social entrepreneurs are working in the field to sell sanitary napkins. Many NGOs are working in this regard, especially in rural areas, to sell sanitary napkins at rupees 1.5 each. So here there is very less scope for price cap, because already the market is selling these products at the maximum lowest price, at the minimum price. So there is very less scope for price cap here. So if the government is again trying to bring down the prices, the manufacturers will have no choice but to compromise on the quality of these products. So quality will be impacted. This is because of the increased competition, and also these products are available at the maximum lowest price in the market. So this is the basic concern. So is there a scope for further price cap or a price decline in these products? So this is the basic question that the government should answer. And now what can be done, or what is the way ahead? So instead of trying to bring in a price cap or a decline in the prices, government can think about bringing certain schemes in order to provide access to these commodities. So as I said, the new list is basically focusing upon hygiene products, not on primary medicines or on any medical devices, but it is focusing on hygiene products. So instead of bringing a regulation in the prices or a price cap, the government can potentially bring in certain schemes. For example, government is undertaking schemes that provides free sanitary napkins via Asha workers and also Anganwadi centers. So this is one scheme the government has adopted to increase the accessibility of hygiene products like sanitary napkins. Such a way, the government can formulate various schemes by which the government can target upon the vulnerable groups or the target group in order to provide this hygiene products free of cost or at subsidized rates. So this is because a price cap or a regulation of price cap may not work out in this case. So schemes can be formulated by the government, thereby the government can provide these products either free of cost or at subsidized rates. Also, another benefit with these schemes is that the government can focus on the target group or the most vulnerable group. So this will again bring in accessibility and affordability to a target group, thereby the fiscal expenditure of the government will fall, or the expenditure of the government will come down, thereby the fiscal deficit will also not increase much. So this is most judicious for the government. And this is one solution by which this issue can be properly handled. You can find the PDF of this lecture on our website www.studyiq.com. You can also follow my Facebook page for more video updates. You can write to me at joycey.studyiq@gmail.com for any of your queries and clarification. Thank you.